sauteing under medium low heat. Next thing, my prawn, which is already deep fried.
Cooking Appa.
Hi, this is Cooking Appa. Today Appa has half a kilo of small prawns here. I purposely buy small prawn for me to make sambal prawn. Some of you may ask me why Appa want to use small prawn to make sambal prawn. Mainly because of the shell. Appa is a shell person. I actually like to eat the shell for the prawn. So later this, after I deep fry, I'm going to cook it with the sambal and then I'm going to eat the whole thing. Yes, without even spitting out the shell. So so the only thing I did was I cut out the pointy part of the prawn head. That's it, and I'm going to deep fry it after this. So here we have a lot of big red chili. If you prefer more spicy, of course you can use some mixed with some bird eye chili as well. I've removed the green part and also the head, yeah, and also cut into chunks so that it's easier to blend later. And I have few pieces of garlic, few pieces of shallot. I have two things here to enhance the flavor of the sambal. Number one, this is toasted belacan. Some people ask Appa how to make the toasted belacan. Actually, very simple. You buy the belacan bag and then you put it inside a wok or pan. Use a medium-low fire to slowly roast it without any oil until it becomes powder form like this. And you need to keep on stirring and pressing, yeah? So it's very simple. After that, then you can keep it inside a jar. Only thing you need to take note is your whole house is going to smell very, very belacan. Alright, so the next thing is, of course, I'm going to add in some cooking appa chicken stock powder to enhance the umami flavor. For those interested, you can get it from Shopee Malaysia or Shopee Singapore. Alright, so here's my blender from Kenwood. Very nice to use, very cheap, only about 150 ringgit. Go and get it. I think I got it from Harvey Norman or something. Right, put in the chili, garlic, and also shallot. I never measure how much ingredient I put. Agar will do. We can add in a bit of water, not too much, just to ease the blending process. And close the lid. Let me plug in, power on. Very fast, about 10 seconds, done. So we're going to get this kind of consistency. Yeah, it doesn't have to be super fine. Alright, then you prepare some oil and heat up until you see smoke coming out from the oil itself. This is called smoking point. It is going to be very hot, at least 180 degrees and above. So be very careful. It may splatter. Don't put all the prawn inside first, because if you put too much prawn, it will immediately reduce the temperature of the oil. So we put half of it, approximately 250 grams here, and we are going to deep fry it for about 2 minutes plus. One reason why I like to use induction cooker is I have a timer. Looking at the size of the prawn, probably about 1 to 2 minutes is more than enough. I wish you can smell this. It has a very nice fragrance. Whenever any seafood that comes with shell, either crab or prawn, when it gets in touch with hot oil, oh, the flavor, yummy. This is why I like to eat the shell of the prawn especially. This is like 1 minute, slightly over 1 minute. I think my prawn is almost done. Looking at the size of this prawn, I think 1.5 minutes is good enough. Alright, I'm going to take it out. And I have prepared oil absorbing paper at the side. Spread it over onto the oil absorbing paper. Then we have the second round, second batch. Wait for a while to allow the temperature of the oil to recover. Then we can put in the prawn. Prawn always contain water, so it will splatter. Be very careful, put in and then run. You know, one of the reasons why I will fry the prawn first is because I want to use this prawn oil later for my sambal, for extra flavor. Oh, can you imagine that? Making sambal prawn using prawn oil. Look at the color of this oil. It is already becoming prawn oil. I'm serious, I'm not kidding, yeah? So I'll be using the same oil to cook my sambal later. Same thing, I'm going to cook this prawn for about 1.5 minutes. Then I will take it out and set it aside. You probably will notice that I'm using a stainless steel wok for this purpose because any deep frying, you always need higher heat. When you need higher heat, it's better to use stainless steel wok because it has better heat transmission. And it can tahan higher heat also. If you use a non-stick wok, usually non-stick wok cannot tahan very high heat. Alright, same thing, this is after 1.5 minutes. I'm going to take it out. Whoa, look at how beautiful it is, and it is super fragrant. I'm going to put it on top of the oil absorbing paper at the side. Alright, I have changed to another clean wok, right? I'm using non-stick now. Why I'm using non-stick? Because anything with chili actually can get burnt very easily, so non-stick, it will lesser the risk of getting burnt. And this oil inside here, I'm actually using the prawn oil. So you don't even have to heat it up. After you put in the oil, you can then put in the chili paste that we made a while ago. And you will definitely need more oil whenever you are cooking anything with chili, yeah? Well, I can still smell my prawn. Alright, now a little bit of your patience must come in. We need to saute this for a couple of minutes before we put in the prawn, yeah? One of the things is you want to really get the nice chili oil flavor out. And meanwhile, we can give it some seasoning. First of all, I'm going to give it some toasted belacan. Oh, don't use too high heat, by the way. Use medium low. I almost forgot. You can get burnt. Some of my cooking appa chicken stock powder. Quickly give it a few stir. Just now it was a bit hot. Now better a bit. Give it some salt, some sugar, some light soy sauce. Then we can slowly saute this. For how long? I would say somewhere between 3 to 5 minutes. Keep on stirring. If not, you can get chao ta at the bottom. Look at how beautiful it is, and it is already super fragrant. We'll come back shortly. Do add in more oil if you think it's too dry. Yeah, see, we don't really waste any of the oil that we used to fry the prawn just now. You can even use that oil to stir fry some noodles. It's prawn oil. Right, this is after approximately 5 minutes sauteing under medium-low heat. Next thing, my prawn, which is already deep fried. Now we can raise the heat a little bit. Still not too high. Give it a few stir. Wow. Some people like the watery version. I don't like. I prefer the drier version. If you prefer the watery version, just add some water. There's no rules in Appa kitchen, remember? See how beautiful it is. Actually, to me, I don't mind adding a little bit more prawn oil here. Alright. Alright, our sambal prawn is ready to be served. That's how simple it is. Ta-da! So here's my very simple cooking apa sambal prawn today. You can put in some fresh coriander if you like for garnishing. Alright, so that's it for my very simple video today. If you like my video, do share my video on Facebook to your friends. Come to Cooking Apa Facebook page, you click like and follow button, follow up on Instagram and subscribe to Cooking Apa YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Bye bye.